Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a relatively short video, especially as I'm not very well, so I'm probably going to have a massive coughing fit at some point. But anyway, this is going to be a short video because I wanted to just do a response video to something that I've just seen from Pat, from Book Chat with Pat, where she did a wonderful video, which is a kind of how she was feeling after the election, and it's built around the idea of saying a few good words. She says this phrase, a few good words, and it's kind of like words of hope and positivity in the midst of what has been for many liberal Americans a very negative week, a very worrying week. And for anyone outside America that is shocked by the outcome of the American election, it's also been a funny week, and just wanted to address a few things that Trump's campaign was sort of fought under. And it's not going to be a very long video. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I wanted to say something positive about it, or in response to it. And in response to Pat, I wanted to back up what Pat's done with my own version of a good few words. I'm just starting this book as part of the 24 Banned Books project. And I haven't got very far because I'm not very well and I can't read consistently at the moment because I'm not very well. But I wanted to show it and mention the fact I'm reading it and springboard into talking about the fact that the issue of banning books, challenging books, the idea of some books being unavailable or being too sensitive to be read or something negative for the American culture or something, that's the kind of thing that Trump's going to be encouraging, and that kind of political angle is very damaging to American culture. And obviously it's a big country, so whatever happens in America affects lots of other people. So, just generally it's not a good thing. And books like Kindred and other books that have been challenged are essential to a positive culture. And actually, I was going to do a separate video on this, but all the books I know of that have been discussed in this project are either studied in the UK, English Lit curriculums, or recommended in bookshops. They haven't got the same treatment over here because they're seen as classics. They're seen as essential reading. So I wanted to just mention that because that's one of the things that were that we could be looking at in the next 4 years. And the other thing is this thing about trans rights, the treatment and potential persecution of the LGBTQ plus community. And I just wanted to, and also I'm also mindful of the fact that the next song that we'll be working on in Bemis is a song called Investigate, which I wrote about the trans issue. And just basically the song says, if you don't understand their mindset, anyone that wants to transition, if you don't understand it, investigate, find out how they're feeling, watch videos of them, read things they've written, speak to them in person, engage with the trans community to understand how they're feeling, and likewise I'd say if the trans community that are getting interaction with someone genuinely being interested to know more about it, if they can not be defensive as well, and speak to someone honestly about how they feel, there's a dialogue between the people who don't quite understand the issue that trans people face and trans people themselves, I think that would help the situation. And I just wanted to, sort of put that message out there that dialogue, honest dialogue, open dialogue, where you're not just going to be at each other's throats, which seems to be more difficult nowadays, but honest dialogue where people who don't understand the psychology behind it can get to know someone and understand it more. That's the way forward. That's what can bring about a much more accepting and understanding society, and it can stop what people are worried about with this potential persecution of another minority. So yeah, it's just a message I wanted to say. My version of a few good words: investigate, talk to people. How does their mental health get affected by how they're feeling about their gender? Ask deep questions that will hopefully create more of an understanding. I just think it's so crucial, because so many people just make a quick judgment without really understanding the thought process behind transitioning, and they've never spoken to someone, they've never read anything about it, they distrust it, they're fearful of some kind of infectious spread of that kind of feeling or something, I don't know, but it's that fear prevents them from actually looking into it, and therefore empathizing and understanding, and ultimately being more accepting and tolerant and friendly. So yeah, that's my few good words. Go watch Pat's video, I'll link it below. Stay curious, everybody.